Good evening to you, and thank you for choosing Hope TV to update you on what is happening within Kenya and the world over. In our updates tonight, President Ruto has said there will be no more importation of manufactured medication, and the cabinet has approved Kenyan police deployment to Haiti. We hope your weekend is going well so far. You're currently tuned in to Weekend Newswatch. My name is Mochache, and our sign language interpreter for this evening is Mr. Boniface Mureithi, and we'll be taking you through our news for the evening. Let's get started. As part of the International Security Assistance Mission in accordance with a United Nations Security Council resolution, the Cabinet approved the deployment of Kenyan police to Haiti as approved by the National Security Council. The UN Security Council's approval of the deployment of Kenyan police in Haiti has been submitted to Parliament for approval according to the Constitution. At a meeting chaired by President William Ruto, the Cabinet has also approved an additional 4 billion shillings for coffee farmers, in addition to the 3 billion shillings previously given. This means that farmers will now get 80 shillings per kilograms of coffee from the current 20 shillings per kg as advance payment. In other news, the National Dialogue Committee has reached a consensus on the reconstitution and restricting of the IEBC selection panel, which is among pending issues for discussion by the committee. During Friday's seating that was chaired by Embu Governor Cecily Mbarire and Minority Leader Opiyo Wandayi, the committee revealed that the membership selection panel will be increased to 9 to make it more inclusive. The 10-person committee, which has 60 days to finalize its work, has also announced its intention to request Parliament for an extension of their term.
The National Dialogue Committee, and we have delved into a number of issues within the purview of this committee. Specifically, we have addressed ourselves to the matter of the restructuring and reconstitution of the IBC. And on that, we have come to an agreement that we shall have a reconstitution of the IBC selection panel. And in this reconstitution, the membership of the IBC selection panel is going to increase from the present 7 to 9, of course, encompassing various shades of opinion and interest groups and persons. Now, once this IBC selection panel is reconstituted, it is going to embark without any delay on a fresh exercise of the selection of persons to be nominated as IBC commissioners and a person to be appointed as the IBC chairperson.
Requesting for an extension motion. As you are aware, our term comes to an end on the 28th of this month. And in view of the work that awaits us, we are requesting the National Assembly and the Senate for an extension motion of another 30 days for this committee, so that in case we are pressed by time, we are able to finish whatever it is that is remaining.
Pastor Ezekiel Odero of the New Life Prayer Center has today appeared before the Senate Ad Hoc Committee, probing the circumstances leading to the deaths of followers of controversial Good News International Church preacher Paul Mackenzie, who is presently in police custody in Shakahola Forest, Kilifi County. While appearing before the Senate committee, the pastor has distanced himself from the Shakahola massacre, stating that his church has never indoctrinated any of its followers. The preacher also claimed that he has never worked with controversial preacher Paul Mackenzie, who is the main suspect in the massacre of over 400 people in Shakahola Forest. This is the last public hearing by the committee that is set to release its investigation report by Thursday next week.
Raila Odinga visited our church compound.
Yes.
He was from Shakahola. That's how he put it to me. And I was requested, Pastor, Honorable Raila Odinga is from Shakahola, and he would like to see your church because you've been mentioned. I called him at the lawyers. I called them. I asked them, what should I do? And I called my spiritual father, because I believe there is somebody who is above you spiritually, and even in matters law, they should guide me. They told me, Pastor, the lawyers, when he comes, we must be there, so that you don't and he doesn't talk about anything about this issue. And my spiritual father told me, if you tell him not to come, it means you are hiding something. So allow him to come, but follow the rules of the court. So I said, because I have nothing to hide, sir, just come. He came, and I took him everywhere. Mrs. Regadi, she is a spiritual sister to me. I will never deny that.
Yes.
He is a father to me. He is a father to her. When she comes to attend my crusade, and she says, Pastor, can I greet them? Yes, she has never mentioned anything political. She talks about God. Ukijenga shule kama ile ambayo tumejenga, unaulizwa where do you take the money? Mimi niko na watoto watatu. Ile shule itasaidia the community, kuna security, kuna walimu, kuna nani. I believe mimi kwangu hakuna money laundering, na serikali ichunguze hata kuanzia kesho na wa present their finding.
Let's move on, as Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja has today signed into law this year's county finance bill. Following the move, street preachers will now preach freely, as opposed to a preaching fee of 500 shillings for lunchtime preachers at Jivanji and Uhuru Gardens, and a 1,000 shilling tax for open-air preachers across city parks, which had been proposed by the executive. At the same time, it is a sigh of relief to motorists after the MCAs rejected the 300 shilling parking fee and instead approved a fee of 200 shillings. The County Assembly Budget Committee also revised the fee for video shooting in public spaces in Nairobi from 5,000 shillings to 3,000 shillings. In an even more significant change, motorists will park their cars freely on weekends and public holidays.
In outdoor advertising and signage, application fees for outdoor advertising have been increased in a modest manner. Our aim this year is really to drive compliance, especially in the medium and small format advertising that is in many of our businesses. In physical planning, land and housing, which is our biggest revenue source, we had proposed to increase rent by 25%, but following consultations with the great people who have given us mandate, we have only increased that by 10% in our estates. The new law provides for new parking zones that are well defined. As we move and adopt technology, we will increase measures to make sure you get value for your money when you come into the CBD. If you come for a few minutes in the CBD and many zones, you don't have to pay for the whole day. But for now, the new charges introduced for registration of taxis and border borders have been accepted by the sector, because even they want order and dignity in the provision of their services.
In other news, President William Ruto has said that the Kenya Kwanza government is taking measures to ensure that local and international manufacturers can thrive in Kenya. Speaking as he attended the Africa 2023 Manufacturing Expo in KICC earlier today, the head of state said the quest for universal health care must succeed, adding that they have examined the legislative framework that will facilitate universal health care delivery. At least 2 legislative processes on UHC have been concluded, with 2 more expected to conclude, leading to the UHC launch on the 20th of October. He further said that his administration will not import products that are manufactured in Kenya.
And I am very happy that as government, we are moving the needle, and now a company like Square here, they are now confessing for the first time that this year they got an opportunity to supply to KEMSA. I want to promise you that that is going to be the future. All the products we manufacture in Kenya will be given priority in procurement of all government pharmaceutical requirements. And progressively, we are going to make it the responsibility of all other actors, both public and private, to make sure that we prioritize the purchase of locally manufactured products, including pharmaceuticals.
As you have guided, Your Excellency, amongst our 4 pillars is local health commodity security. We cannot achieve the 90% fill rate or 100% at KEMSA if we don't focus on local manufacturing. So I'm really excited that we are already ticking the boxes that you have instructed, and through this farm, many more, I'm sure, will be coming.
Your Excellency, I've looked at the data for this industry, an investment of about 1.7 billion, employing 105 employees, providing medicine, and we want to congratulate Square for this achievement.
We have much more coming your way, but at this point, let's take a short breather. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is Hope TV Newswatch.
I've actually been trying to find a balance. It's been really tough and hectic, but everyone says once you get a hang of it, it becomes better, and I don't know, but I'm hoping to find a balance soon because it's really been hectic. But you've been in the job industry for a long time, so I think you would know better. Sindio?
Huh? What time is it? I need to catch up on Leadership Forum. Do they have a radio here? Never mind. I brought my own.
No way. You can't be serious. Wait, why do you have a radio and you can just catch up with the shows on Hope FM podcast?
Really? Even which of the one?
Yeah. I mean, you can find them on whatever platform, name it. AfriPods, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it.
But I'm not subscribed on any of them.
So no worries. You can just check out the latest episodes on hopemediakenya.org.
You can now listen to select Hope FM programs on your favorite podcast streaming platform or directly on our website www.hopemediakenya.org. Listen and live.
Je, ushawahi kuweka jambo kwenye mizani? Ushawahi kupata uzito wake? Haya basi, usitapetape zaidi. Naomba unigande, maana mizani ipo hapa kwa ajili yako.
Vyakula na mbegu za kitamaduni,
na kutuliza fikra na kukuwezesha kupima masuala ibuka katika jamii, tena kwa busara. Tukutane mizani kila Ijumaa saa 1 machweo kwenye runinga ya Hope TV.
Welcome back. You're watching Newswatch with us, Joy Mochache, and our sign language interpreter, Boniface Mureithi. Engage with us on Facebook at Hope TV Kenya, on Instagram and Twitter. Find us at HopeTV_KE. Let us know what you think of our bulletin and other thoughts you'd like to share on the same. Moving right along, the government is committed to implementing the 2/3 gender principle in political representation, allowing more women in leadership positions and ensuring a conducive business environment for women. According to Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, the Kenya Kwanza administration has already rolled out a robust strategy that has increased the number of women serving in top positions in government. The Deputy President urged women to seek elective positions in the 2027 polls and participate in competitive politics without getting intimidated.
We'll do what we can. We'll try to see what we can do, so that we also make sure that women leaders who stood with us are also incorporated in our governance. Now, even those who did not succeed, don't give up. There is always a second chance. God always gives you a second. Musikufe roho. Mupatie wale walishida nafasi wafanye kazi. Ikikaribia pale 2026 murudi kwa kiwanja. So that you can pursue your dream. And all dreams are valid. Kama uliota siku moja utakuwa kiongozi, ukiomba Mwenyezi Mungu na utie bidii, Mwenyezi Mungu atakubariki na utakuja kupata. I want to assure you that the place of women in our government is secure. It is really upon you to also fight for your space. Hakuna mtu atakuletea kiti kwa nyumba yako. Vile Cecilia amesema, wewe toka ng'ang'ana na hii wanaume. Na hii wanaume wengi wao pia ni waoga. So, unaweza mshtua kidogo unaona amehepa kona. Huyu mheshimiwa Naivasha Jane Kihara kila mwaka anakushaka wanaume 8 every year. Mwaka hii 8 chini. Come and fight for your space. Fight for your space.
The Central Organization of Trade Unions, COTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli has expressed his support for Brian Mwenda, who has been accused of practicing law without the traditional law qualifications. Mwenda was flagged by the Law Society of Kenya, which accused him of representing clients in Kenyan courts without prerequisite qualifications to become an advocate of the High Court. According to LSK, Mwenda is neither an advocate of the High Court nor is he a member of the law body. Mwenda has also been using another lawyer's identity to practice law. However, according to Atwoli, Mwenda's impressive win rate in litigation should grant him a place in the legal profession. Moving on, residents and activists from Garissa are now calling on the government to cancel rolling out of the Maisha number, saying that the region stood to be disadvantaged if the government goes ahead with its plan. Led by Anab Abdullahi, they said that the pastoral community was still disadvantaged in many aspects and that the rollout would only make the residents' lives more difficult. They were speaking to the guests on the sidelines of a 2-day sanitation workshop that was organized by Haki na Sheria, which is an NGO advocating for the rights of the residents. Abdullahi argued that rogue government officials were still using the avenue to frustrate those applying for the Maisha number by demanding for bribery before serving them.
I want to appeal to the government of KK that they do what we call mobile birth registration. The registration should be taken to the people where they reside from so that they can have the services where they are.
I could have urged the government to reconsider this Maisha number, the UPA, this digital system. They could have at least used our data that is still stored because our mothers don't understand what the woman number is. They don't understand its importance, so I could have urged them to then reconsider and use that budget for other allocations and for other regions.
We are not ready for this. Our people are mostly pastoralists, and our people are struck mostly by drought and famine. We migrate from one point to another, accessing and tracing them as an individual. If manual is unable to reach our people, how do you expect digital to reach?
Great news. As an advocate of the High Court, Daniel Gashau Mwangi has donated building materials toward the construction of a new registry at the Thika Law Courts, with various stakeholders aiding to hasten the actualization of newly gazetted Thika High Court. Gashau donated 7 tons of sand in a move geared towards decongesting the existing law courts, which serves over 1.2 million residents as it serves Thika, Juja, Ruiru, and Gatundu North and sub-counties. He said this gesture was also as a result of the good collaboration exhibited by Thika Law Courts Management, where he thanked Thika Chief Magistrate Stella Atambo for bridging the gap that was there before and creating a working conducive environment for all.
When the Chief Magistrate through the CUC and other stakeholders approached us as business community to partner in this project, we gladly came in because we are part of it, and we are glad that out of this good work and harmony, we are glad that we have a High Court now, which is going to make work easier as far as judicial matters are concerned to our people, the business community, the residents of Thika, and all stakeholders and citizens of this part of Kiambu County. We are glad, as the Chair LSK has said, as partners, most gratitude to the Chief Justice who found it wise to grant us a judge. And we will say that this is as a result of the cooperation and harmony that has been taking place in this area of justice.
Today is a very good day for us, a happy day for us at Thika Lokot. We are receiving one of our court users committee stakeholders, the LSK, the Law Society, Thika chapter chairman, has donated 7 tons of sand, as you can see in the background, to the court for the extension of our registries at Thika Lokot. And this will help us start the process of the extension in a bid to create more space for our operations as a court.
And I can say that for me, giving a personal donation is a continuation of the observation that for access to justice to happen, people need to take deliberate steps for that to become a reality. As has been said, now we have a Thika High Court.
Right about now, let's cross over to Sitam Karen, where our reporter Faith Kaolu has been on the ground with the Root Yetu team. Faith, update us on how the event has been and what is currently happening.
All right, indeed, Joy, Mochache, we're coming to you live from Sitam Karen. As you see, we are still quite setting down right about now. It has been quite an interesting evening because Root Yetu program has been live at Sitam Karen. Hashtag today has been hashtag Root Yetu Ground, hashtag Rafiki Mso as well. And I'll be telling you about Rafiki Mso in a few, but right about now, we're talking about Root Yetu, where the hosts, Patrobo Juang and Martin Onyango, were just doing it all live from Sitam Karen. Want to interact with their fans as well as to grow the Hope FM brand, Hope TV brand, and also the program. Right about now, I am joined by George Gishuru, the station manager, who's going to share with us how has today been. Is it what you expected? Would you term it as successful?
Yes, we can say, and first of all, thank you, Faith, even for the opportunity. And we can say that it was a success, and it was just a day that we had decided to set aside instead of being indoors, the usual 4 walls, customized and all. We decided why not come and interact with our customers, why not come and interact with our clients, with our listeners, because they make us who we are. And the show that we chose to come and represent Hope FM was the Root Yetu, and the amazing duo of Martin and Patroba did an amazing job. And we just want to appreciate each and every person who was on board, who came in and turned up in numbers to just come and cheer up the team, to come and interact with the team. And yes, it is what we have planned for. And this was just one of the many that we are hoping and planning to have. Maybe not this year, but even coming year. This is what we are planning on having, just interactions with our listeners, interactions with our customers. So we could be coming to the city or even the town next door.
All right. So if I hear you well, you're saying big things and good things are coming.
Definitely. The year 2024, we are coming, and we are coming in a very big way so that we can propagate the gospel of Jesus Christ to the ends of the world, to the places that the gospel is yet to be preached, where the message of hope is yet to reach. And that is why we have this amazing campaign, the Rafiki Mso campaign. And this is just one that is talking about 100 for 1. And 100 for 1 means that we are just contributing 100 bob so that we are able to reach another soul. And we are not able to do this because of the finances and the budgets involved. And that is why we are seeking the partnership with our listener so that we can have so many people reached with this gospel of hope, the gospel of Jesus Christ. We want also to have Hope FM reaching the unreached regions of this country. We have places that we want also to enlarge our coverage in terms of the strength of our frequency. And that is why it is important for you as our listener, you as our viewer, to join and be the Rafiki Mso. And as we mark the 20 years, taking the opportunity also as Hope FM to appreciate you for being a friend of hope for the last 2 decades.
All right, Gigi, thank you so much for that. Wishing you all the best
in
the great things that are ahead of you. May the Lord go before you and guide you as well. We'll be here to support you as well. Right about now, I think...
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Right about now, Mr. Makanda, the head of media, who's coming just to share with us also his outlook of today, what this means for Hope FM and the Hope Media brand at large.
Okay, thank you, Faith, for this opportunity. I think for me, I'll give an analogy that you have a very good friend who loves you and very loyal to you, and he has made you who you are. The best way is to go to that person, a friend, and just say thank you. And therefore, today was basically to come to Karen. We have quite a large audience of our listeners and people who watch us around this city, Nairobi, but specifically Karen, Rongai, Ngong area. We have a lot of patronage here, and therefore the aim was just to come close to our audience. I tell them thank you. We are close to Langata Road. And you saw a lot of jam, people just slowing down to listen and see the people that they hear through their radio and walk them through the TV. So today was basically to tell our audience thank you, but also to allow our presenters who are normally in the studio and they never get to get outside, bringing radio together with TV together, and be able just to show that we are able to do this outside the studio environment. And this has been possible because of the sponsorship of our audience. We call them Friends of Hope, who basically ensure that we are on air. For the last 20 years, Faith, I can tell you, it's not been easy in terms of finances, but we are here and speaking and talking to the entire globe because of Friends of Hope, people who give to us every single day, but also the Ministry of CITAM, who have ensured that we are on air every single month. Heavy investment in terms of equipment. You can see the equipment that is here. You can see the investment in terms of frequencies. I would like to say thank you so much for CITAM allowing this platform to minister to people here in Kenya, but also around the globe.
All right. Currently, Hope Media is running a campaign, 100 for 1, where we say, become a friend of Hope, partner with us, and you become a Rafiki Mso. Briefly speak about that. If someone is watching us, how can they partner with us and support us?
Yes, allow me to speak to about 25 million people who listen to us and watch us every month. You are the reason why we are on air, and we continue to grow, and a lot of needs that are coming up across the country. I think the head of radio has mentioned that there are regions where we are not very strong, and we have a lot of demand to ensure that this hope is preached everywhere. And therefore, this month, the month of November and the month of December, we have allowed our partners just to come on board and ensure that we are able to reach one more soul. And therefore, it's so simple. You only need to ensure that you have some money in your phone from wherever you are and go to your M-Pesa and basically go to your pay bill 933, and then on the account number or after that you put FOH or Friends of Hope or FOH.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here, for speaking to us.
Thank you.
So we're telling the viewer, kuwa Rafiki Mso.
Yes, kuwa Rafiki Mso, mimi ni Rafiki Mso.
All right,
Asante.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Makanda, the head of media. And indeed, it has been quite a fruitful day, Joy Mochache. We've seen fans come here just to watch the show live and to interact with the host. So allow me now to, get it back to you in studio so that you continue with the bulletin as we finish the setting down over here. My name is Faith Kaulu. Back to you, Joy Mochache in studio.
The Asian community in Kenya has been nationally recognized as the 44th tribe of the people of this great nation.
For me, God is real in Christianity. I talk to Him, He talks to me. I fail, He forgives me.
When I first read the first book of Genesis, it gave me an orderly sense of accounts of creation. Day 1 is what He does. Day 2, He creates this. Day 3.
Every third Thursday of the month, we bring you Asia Testify,
where we will be listening to life-transforming stories of Asian believers who have walked with the Lord. Only here on Hope TV. Look and live.
Yesu ndiye njia. Juu ya mwamba huu nitalijenga kanisa langu. Hapa leo hii tuko na msikiti wa Mariamu
Msikiti wa Yesu.
Kumbe kuna msikiti wa Yesu.
Ukiandika msikiti wa Yesu Kristo, mwana wa Mariam, weka injili ndani, hubiria watu injili.
Kitabu ya Yohana inaandikwa 110 AD na Ufunuo Yohana 248 AD.
Na Qur'ani.
Mimi nakueleza habari ya Yesu kwanza ufahamu hiyo kwanza.
Ungana na walimu wa neno wanapochambua masuala tata katika Biblia wakiyalinganisha na vitabu vingine vya kidini.
Qur'an imekuja mwaka 600 baada ya Injili.
Yesu ndiye njia.
Biblia inasema pepo la nini? La uaguzi. Pepo la uaguzi maana yake inaweza ikajua wewe nyumbani kwako umetoka saa ngapi. Unajua mapepo yanajua hivi. Kwamba leo ulikula chakula gani.
Kama Bwana Yesu alitumwa kwa wana wa Israeli peke yao, wengine wetu ambao tunamwamini, basi sehemu yetu iko wapi?
Yesu ndiye njia. Kila Jumamosi saa 2 hadi saa 4 ya usiku kwenye runinga uipendayo ya Hope TV.
Thank you so much, Faith Kaulu, for getting us that report by Ruth Yetu, and also Mr. Makanda for letting the audience know how they can become Rafiki Mso. Moving on to our business news, Laikipia County has partnered with Kenya Bureau of Standard to support local small and medium business enterprises and accelerate their growth. Laikipia County Chief Officer in charge of Trade, Samuel Njuki, was speaking during an SMEs workshop on KEBS standardization and certification process in Nanyuki, saying that local manufacturers had challenges of selling their products due to lack of statutory body stamps. Njuki said the partnership aimed to ensure local SMEs involved in the production process were trained, equipped with knowledge on KEBS certification and product quality requirements to boost business growth.
Kwa KEBS tungependa sana iingilie hii kasi ili kujaribu kuminimize mambo ya faking ama kuibiwa.
The county government is committed to assist them when it comes to the fees payment. We have taken them through the process of what we call product certification on our end. The other nitty-gritties about the standard, the inspection, tumewaelezea. I think it was most of lack of information about KEBS. But we are ready to support them. They are welcome to our offices so that we can be able to assist them to have their products registered and to assess any market. Any product locally manufactured or imported lazima ipitie kwa mkono yetu. Mkono yetu ni kusema imefanywa testing that isidhuru afya ya binadamu, wanyama ama mazingira kwa jumla.
Leo tuko na partnership na County Government of Laikipia na Kenya Bureau of Standards ili waweze kuelimisha watu wa Laikipia jinsi ambavyo tunaweza kucertifyiwa goods na products ambazo tuna produce hapa kwetu Laikipia.
And let's see what is updating in the Middle Eastern nations of Israel and Palestine, as Israel has given an ultimatum to Gaza residents, where over 1,000 people have already lost their lives. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu urged Gazans to leave the city, though many have no safe refuge to go to. The Israeli Defense Forces, that's the IDF, have retaliated relentless attacks, aiming to crush every Hamas member. Israel's military amassed tanks nearby ahead of an expected ground invasion after the deadliest attack in its history on the weekend by the militant group Hamas. IDF has warned all civilians of Gaza City, which has more than 1 million people, to relocate south within 24 hours. And in our sports news tonight, ahead of their high-profile friendly match where they face Russia as part of the preparations for the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, Harambee Stars midfielder Kenneth Muguna has declared the team ready for action. The Engin Firad-led will play their final international friendly match on Monday, 16th of October in Antalya, Turkey, ahead of the qualifiers set to kick off next month. The Harambee Stars have been pooled in Group F against Ivory Coast, Gabon, Gambia, Burundi, and Seychelles.
I think so far camp imekuwa poa. Everybody is here. Tuko in high spirits, tuna prepare for the match ahead. Feeling yangu ni kuwa tumepata friendly poa. Ukiangalia the kind of opponent tunacheza against ni top level. Ukiangalia in the top 100 of in the rankings, so it's a good friendly for us. Na to get prepared for the upcoming task. We'll be ready before the qualifiers, so that's why we are preparing this like this, so that we can be ready before the upcoming fixtures.
And we've come to the end of our updates for tonight. Thank you so much for sticking through with us. Remember, my name has been Joy Mochache. Our sign language interpreter has been Mr. Boniface Mureithi. From us here at Hope TV, we wish you a blessed night ahead.
Watu wa Mungu, Be the vocalist hapa, and I'm just here to give you a testament. I am a living testimony of the slogan of Hope FM, where they say, listen and live. I am such a serious testimony and a testament to that statement, because they have impacted my life big time. And imagine ile kitu wanauliza ni ati, the way they have impacted my life and your life. Tunaweza jaribu pia to spread hii kitu mpaka uko mashinani, to spread hii word ya God uko mashinani. And the only thing they are requesting us to do is just contribute 100 bob. We just become partners with them. Na una partner tu na so bob moja. Lakini pia kama una feel uko philanthropic sana, unaweza piga jil mbili. Twende hivyo, eh? All right? And so they are calling it 100 for one, where you just give out 100 bob and they can reach out to another soul. And of course mnauliza, okay, tuko na iso tunatuma wapi? Iso tunatuma via M-Pesa, na tuko na P-bill number. P-bill number yetu ni 933933. Alafu hapo kwa account name, all right? Andika tu FOH, yani Friends of Hope. Alafu tuma ile kitu natuma. Hapo mbele ni pin number yako na ni siri yako. Alafu tu ushamaliza hii kitu, click on the send. Na imagine utakuwa umefanya kitu moja serious sana. We as Hope Media tutakuwa tumereach out to one soul. God bless you. Be in there.